Good morning, everyone. This is Linda. I hope you all are having a beautiful, beautiful Sunday morning. Yep, it's Sunday morning. I've been to church. Yes, virtual, but I've been there. Yeah, I've been having a wonderful morning. But listen, guys, today I'm going to check up on my carrots and I want to share with you how to plant and grow herbs. But first, if you are not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I will be sharing my Zone 9 garden. Yeah. All right, guys, so this is my barrel. It's pretty big. It's a big barrel. But I hope you can see that I have carrots all over. All the carrots have germinated. Yeah, there they are. I have 2 big onions in here. Yep, and a watermelon plant. Now, as I said before, this is a volunteer watermelon plant. I know the variety. It is a crimson sweet. It is getting bigger, but I'm just gonna let her do a thing. Whatever she wanna do, I'm gonna just let her do it. But here are the carrots, and yep, they are all coming up. They are all coming up. So today, I would like to talk to you all about how I grow my herbs. Yes. Now listen, guys, at one point, growing herbs like thyme, especially rosemary, it presented a challenge for me. It really did. Growing it from seed. Now everything I'm talking about dropping seeds. Yeah, it took a while for me to learn how to drop seeds and see the beautiful plant of a rosemary. So this is just some of the herbs that I have in my garden. Now, when I was a child, my family grew lots and lots of herbs. We cooked with herbs every day, just as I do today. But of course, when I grew up, it was on a very large scale. And all of this you see here, these beautiful plants, most of these plants are 3 years old. Yeah. Now, I have them in what I call Katrina bricks, but they are cinder blocks. I did move these bricks, but I kept my plants intact. I pulled them up from the earth and I reestablished them here. And now they are thriving in this area. Yeah. I will always have herbs growing because, yeah, they are very important to me in my way of cooking. I love them. Now, in this area, I have mint, which like spearmint, peppermint, lemon balm. I have a parsley plant there, and I have sage. Now, there's some herbs that comes back every year, like this parsley. It's about 3 years old. It looks kind of crazy now because I did a big harvest on her. But then you have plants like basil. Basil will not come back. because she's an annual, so you have to drop more seeds. But she gives you an abundance amount of seeds, so take advantage of her seeds. Mm. But what you want to do is when you're growing herbs, you have to realize is that herbs or the leaves. The leaves is all about the leaves and the greenery of the leaves. And the fertilizers that I use for my herbs, well, everything in my garden, yes, is 511. Everything is 511. Yeah. But if you are a supporter of my channel, then you know that 511 is not the only fertilizer that I use in my garden. I have this super juice, and this is where my garden feeds the garden. And I take brassicas, other old plants that didn't make it or just died, and I place them in water, and I feed this to my plants. Yeah. And that is the garden feeding the garden. It received lots of NPKs from all of this wonderful, wonderful stuff. I did take a tip from my buddy, and I put banana leaves in it from my own banana plants, trees, whatever. And yeah, there's more potassium in there. And as you can see, the plants are responding. And this is what you look for when you are choosing a fertilizer, is how your plants are responding. Mm-hmm. Now, when I first began to drop seeds from rosemary, the very first mistake I made was I put my plants, I dropped my seeds in a very small pot. So that is the first mistake. When you are ready to drop seeds for herbs, you need a pot that is 2 gallons or larger. Yeah. So the Dollar Tree, this is a Dollar Tree pot, and that pot is 2.5 gallons. The red buckets that I use from the Dollar Tree is also 2.5 gallons, and they are perfect for dropping seeds from herbs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you want a pot that is big enough to handle all the roots, so this plant will have room enough to grow. Yeah, I place herbs in more than one area of the garden also. But today I'm going to drop some seeds, and this is some opal basil. Yeah, dark opal basil. And this is lemon basil. Yeah, and in the middle I'm going to put some yellow alyssums. Yes, it's a habit, and I love to put flowers in the pots with my vegetables and herbs. Yeah. But 511, I've heard a lot of gardeners say that 511, the 5 and 511 is too high. I've heard some say the 5 is too low. But what I'm going to suggest to any new gardener or someone out there just looking for fertilizer for their garden is to first learn what is NPK. Learn what that is. And I'm not saying learn it from another YouTuber. Research it. Get a book. Read something. Read what is NPK and how does it help your garden. These are the things you need to know as a gardener, and not based upon someone else's experience, but what is a fact. Okay, you want to know the facts about a product and what the ingredients in that product, how does it help your garden. That's what you want to know. Yeah. So let's talk about 511. I have been using 511 for many years. Yeah, many years. And it has proven to be one of the best fertilizers I've ever used. Now, if you have been around on my channel, then you have seen the reason why I use 511. But look at this. This is blood meal. This is blood meal. So I see a lot of you guys using blood meal. So the NPK in blood meal is 1200. Sometimes it's 1300, which means it provides an abundance of organic nitrogen and nothing else. Nothing else. You see that 1200? Now, is blood meal balanced in this? It is balanced because this is what this product produces. You cannot change what it produces unless you add something else. You will have to add that. But this product, this is what it does. Okay? Now, this is bone meal. Bone meal is 315.0. Now listen, guys. This is much more, the blood meal is more nitrogen than any bottle of 511 that I purchased. And yeah, so these are the things you need. And this is straight from Google. So this is not something that's hidden. Read these things. You need to read these for yourself. Sometimes many people, just like the media, they tell you what they want you to know, and that's it. You are the gardener. You need to dig deeper. Dig deeper, baby. Okay? So, with my garden, feeding my garden, and I'm adding 511. There's nothing in my garden that is hungry for. No. I fertilize my garden twice a month. So the second part of growing great herbs is fertilize your vegetables. Your vegetables need to be fertilized. There's no such thing as giving your plants fertilizers once and then you don't give it any more fertilizer. When your vegetables are putting on new leaves and fruit, it needs fertilizer. When you begin to fertilize your garden twice a month, you are going to see a huge difference in your vegetables. They will be stronger. They will be greener. They can even fight off many of the bugs and insects that is out there to eat them up. Yes. So with herbs, it is all about the greenery. It's all about the green leaves. So you want to fertilize your garden every 2 weeks so your plants can get the nutrients that it needs. All right. So I'm just dropping these seeds, and it is just this easy. Sometimes we put in our head that things are so difficult, but it is not difficult to drop a seed, right? And to see beautiful results when you have done your own homework. Remember, this is your garden. Things may work in my garden. It may not work in your garden. But one thing is sure is that you want to get your entire garden on like a schedule where this is what you do at certain time of the week, of the month, or the day. And you will see a huge difference in your garden when you do these things. So now I'm just going to give my plants a good dose of this wonderful 511, which, as I said, I have been using 511 for many, many years. It has proven to be beneficial in my garden. So if you have been a supporter of my garden, of my channel, then you see my plants. You see what 511 does for my garden. And it is because of I keep that schedule of every 10 days or per se, that this garden will be fed. Yes. So the next step is, of course, I'm going to give them some of this 511. Is that, remember, when you are fertilizing your vegetables, you're really not fertilizing your vegetables. You are fertilizing the soil. So this is why wonderful, healthy, organic soil is so important, because your plants receive all the beneficial nutrients, all of those NPKs. Your plants receive all of this from the soil. This is why the soil is just so important. Yes, the plants receive it from the soil. They receive these nutrients from the soil. So I have dropped all my seeds, and my herbs are planted. And now I'm just going to set this bucket in full sun. Yep. And I'm going to keep her fed. All right, guys. So I was in the aloe vera pot, and I found this. So if you don't know what this is a garden lizard's egg. That's her egg. And inside is a little bit of lizard. So I'm just going to put it back in the soil. That's what they do. They bury their eggs. And then when they hatch, the little lizard just run up on out of there. Yep. That's what that is. Cute. He grows up to look like this. The king of the garden. Alright guys, I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I've had a great time. Yeah, y'all see all of this This great, great skin. Oh, they look wonderful. Yeah. All moisturized. Yeah. My moisturizer, yeah. It's called humidity. Yeah, yeah, it's called humidity. But anyway, guys, I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Woohoo! Later, y'all.